told you lately that I love you?
Have I told you lately that I love you, Charlotte? I
If
really
I didn't,
do.
darling, I'm sorry.
What up? I go by the name of Ugo, and that's my boy.
Yeah.
And we do this for the foe. The foe represents 704 Charlotte, North Carolina.
Let's go.
And this is the show where we talk about everything from dating to the culture to music to sports and really just anything y'all really want to know. Let us know in the comments. And as always, share this with your cousin, your friend, your niece, your granddad, your friend. I keep going. You know what it is. Share this with everyone around the world. Let's get into it. So we got a special guest in the house. And who am I with today?
Diana. I tried to be your everything, gave my everything, I sold out. Now just look at me, I'm a ghost with nothing left. Hollow, emptied out, what got lost can't be found. You stole every bit of me, now I can't remember. Ooh, who I am, what I like, what I do, what I'm like when without you. Ooh, should've known you're too good to be true. You don't come around here no more. Why'd you have to let me go? Let me go, go, go. You don't think about me no more. Why can't I just let it go? Let it go, go, go.
Hey Diana, what you do for a living?
I kind of do a lot of different things. I do Airbnb. I'm currently in the job search. I guess I'm flying out for an interview next week.
Yeah.
I also own a food truck with my brother.
Oh, wow.
So I do a couple of different things. I'm kind of all over the place.
I love it.
Renaissance woman, right?
Yeah, she's a hustler. She's a hustler. So what's the food truck called? What's the name of your food
It
truck?
is a Best Thai Food. It is down in Florence, South Carolina. My sister-in-law, she's from Bangkok, Thailand. So we decided to kind of honor her roots and help her open up a food truck.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Diana, I got a question. So if someone's trying to get into the Airbnb business, what is the pros and cons to get into the Airbnb business? What's the pros and cons they got to know? Please let us know.
Okay, so the pros are definitely like passive income once you get it like fully functioning. The cons are dealing with possible squatters. So you have to do like extra steps, make sure that you have like monitoring the property and stuff. So that's what I would recommend. I barely work. I work maybe 15 minutes a week.
Yeah.
Depending on my Airbnbs.
Blessed.
That's the good life. Work less, make more. Work less, make more. You get it, yeah.
Yes, and so I love it. I don't make much from the food truck though, because it's more so like a family project.
Nice.
But it's nice to have down there in the hometown and just kind of like meeting everyone, keeping connected with the community, and just keep growing.
So for if I was trying to get into the Airbnb business, do I need capital to get into there, or anyone can just get into the Airbnb business? So let us know.
I'm gonna be honest. Like anyone can get into the Airbnb business. Like I've seen people sublet their apartments. I've seen people put a tiny home in the backyard and just start leasing that.
Oh wow!
Like there's so many different options to really touch base on Airbnb. You don't have to depend on owning a property and doing it. You could get a lease and rent out and sublease it on Airbnb as long as the apartment complex is okay with it.
Yeah.
So there's so many ways to get into that business. So
I love it.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about your ethnicity. We want to know, let's say, your roots.
okay.
What makes...
Culture. We want to know about the culture. The
Yes,
culture.
ma'am.
Let us know.
Man, so my culture is really different. I grew up in Florence, South Carolina.
Hold on. Slow down. Florence, South Carolina. I actually went to college in Florence, South Carolina. let the people know about Florence, because someone's watching this right now. They're like, Florence, South Carolina. What is that? What is Florence, South Carolina?
It's a sleepy town, so if you're tired, come take a rest with us. Okay. There's not much to do. You can go to college. You can start a couple businesses. We got maybe 2 bars out there, and they're classics. They've been there since the beginning of this town.
Shout out FMU. If you know, you know. Keep going.
Oh, man. Francis Marion is the only college we have for like an hour drive.
And you got like Coastal Carolina out there and stuff like that.
Myrtle Beach and Myrtle Beach. They be popping off in Myrtle Beach now. Like, Myrtle Beach is crazy. Mm-hmm. But Florence is a different beast. You really have to be in your retirement years to enjoy it.
Oh, wow. Nice. So you say you grew up in like South Carolina?
I did. I grew up in South Carolina, but my roots are really like in Medellin, Colombia, and my father was Irish. So I have a
like the way she says it.
It's a very unique mix. It definitely keeps me seasoned.
Yeah, I love it. So you speak different languages? You speak like how many languages you speak?
So currently I only speak 2. I speak English and Spanish. I did dabble a bit in French in my high school years. It didn't stick much. All I can ask is je m'appelle, or all I can say is je m'appelle Diane, and that's about
That's all she can say, her name. Je m'appelle Diane.
And I can ask you if you speak French, and that's about it.
I speak a little bit of French, a little bit, a tiny bit.
A tiny bit, right?
So you mentioned where you're from.
Yes.
What's the difference between Florence, South Carolina, and here, Charlotte, North Carolina?
Oh, man. There's so much different. Like, Florence, everyone is very closed into themselves. They don't want to meet many new people. They don't want to really involve themselves in what's going on in the world. They're sheltered. You know?
They're kind of like closed-minded, you say?
Very closed-minded. I experienced a lot of negative things, I guess, but it kind of formulated me. Like, it really made me a tough-skinned son of a...
When you say negative, can you explain? Because, like, as a man, we experience different things as a man, and women experience different things as women. Mm-hmm. So when you say negative, can you like dip in a little bit? What do you mean by negative? Because like you must be a negative because a guy don't want to buy you a drink or whatever the case may be. What do you mean by negative? Can you tell us?
Of course, it's a lot deeper than that. So growing up, I went to like a private school, and you know, even though like my roots are different, and I didn't really speak much about it when I was in school, but you know. The South is known for its racism, and at times it was...
Amen. Even Charlotte, North Carolina.
Preach!
Yeah, it happens everywhere we go, and it got really difficult. Like my school years, my younger school years, my middle school years, and high school years, they weren't as bad. Yeah. But then coming back out as an adult, like I would go and translate for my family, like at doctors and pharmacists and things like that. And there's been times where I was verbally assaulted by individuals with me talking.
Wow, that's crazy.
I've experienced that more so in the South Carolina area, not so much here in Charlotte.
It's a little better.
It's a little better.
Charlotte's a little bit open. Because it's getting to like a bigger city, you know. We get into like Atlanta and stuff.
They named it Charlotte, North Carolina after this, you know, the queen. The
Queen City.
That's the first black queen of, you know, Britain.
Yeah, so we getting there.
Listen,
they put that on Netflix. Fact check.
That's the point of this channel. We're trying to like get.
I had to do this in college. I had to talk about that.
I love it. Like nobody would ever realize that unless they actually did the research. There's been so many influential Black and Hispanic women in the United States history that gets like negated. It gets pushed to the side to put a different person on that frontal pedestal.
Wash it.
They try to
wash it.
Yes. Yeah. And it's very disappointing because it's like, no, give that original person their credit. Like, they spoke up, they said their shit, and they walked off. Like, they dropped the mic.
So, Diane, I got a question for you.
Yes.
So, what do you have to say for the women that are home, the Hispanic women that are home that relate to you, that don't have a voice, don't know what to do with themselves, don't know how to get out that shell that they're in right now? What do you want to say to them to be themselves? Talk to them.
Take yourself out of your comfort zone. Like, that's something my brother told me a few years ago, and he was like, make yourself super uncomfortable, Diana. Do things that you've never done before, and just break out of that shell that you were put into. Like, it's going to release you, and you're going to start basically flying. Like, you're going to feel like you're soaring over the world because you are breaking your own boundaries that you put on.
I love it. Okay. You got to get uncomfortable. You got to get uncomfortable to get
Comfortable.
That's
Hey,
that's the message right
All
there.
right, so we got to talk about fitness. We got to talk about fitness.
Let's get it.
Because
Let's
this
get it,
girl
let's
let
get
me know a little bit something. I'm going to let her talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let him know. Let
Tell
him
us
know.
about
Let
your
him know.
fitness journey.
Let him know. One time, spin for one time.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Now tell us,
Let her know, Lamb.
how did you get to this?
Oh man, it took me so long. So 4 years ago, I really started heavily on my fitness journey. And when I say heavily, I was in the gym every day, 2 hours a day. And it was at the weirdest hours. Like I would go at 3 a.m. when the gym was empty.
If you
as hell.
don't mind, tell us where you started. Tell us.
Oh, I was like 250 pounds. I was really heavy. I got down currently to 140, give and take. It took me about a full year to get to that weight loss.
Amen.
And then I went and did have surgery. But before
I
that,
love that you keeping it real right here.
100% real.
I love that you're keeping it real. Some people are not going to keep it real, but I love that you're keeping it real on the show.
Oh no, I had to. Like I had to go get my breasts done. I had to go get a tummy tuck. It was something. It was like a gift to myself after putting in that much effort to get that weight loss.
I love it.
And I didn't really change much with my diet, which is something that a lot of fitness gurus will tell you. Like, oh my God, you got to modify your diet.
Go right now.
And me personally, it was more so modifying the intake of how much I was eating. So I minimized how much I was eating of my favorite foods, and I just kind of increased my export of it. So like I would do a little bit more cardio, I would do a little bit more weightlifting, and I really just focused on enjoying the process, like not really worrying about how much weight I lost or what size I was, but just enjoying the movement of my body and regaining the functions of basic human life, because being 250 pounds at 5'2", it was hindering.
It was challenging, you
It
say.
was super challenging. Like I couldn't do most things. Like I couldn't bend over and touch my damn toes, and that was whenever I realized, like, man, I gotta get my shit together.
Love it. I love
Well, you
it.
look fashionable. You look
good.
fashionable.
You look great.
Can you tell us what's your most fashion? You know what I'm saying? What's your fashion inspiration right now? What makes this come together?
This was an impromptu design. I got these pants from Aritzia. Shoots from Aldo.
Speak on it.
Shout
Speak
out
on it.
Aldo.
Aldo's got the comfortable shoes. Like I'm not a fan of the YSLs or the Louboutins.
like the high end product, like
I gotta be
the designers
comfy.
and all that.
I gotta be comfortable, and it has to be affordable for me too, because shoes get damaged.
Yeah, exactly.
So why do I want $1,000 for?
People pay $1,000 for a shoe and like,
$1,000 plus.
and they barely wear that stuff. They wear it one time.
It's for
I don't want to wear my YXL outside, bro. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's too expensive, so I like my comfort. The shirt's from Abercrombie. My little scarf is from Coach. So, I mean, reasonable and affordable stuff that keeps you fashionable is always important. It took me losing my weight to really get into fashion and really love dressing myself. So now I really take advantage of it. So I like to dress up.
I love it. So how's things changed? Because you said you were like
250.
You were 250, and what are you now?
I'm like 145, 150.
So what is the difference between being 250 and 155? What is the difference you notice in, like, you know, like people approaching you, like jobs opportunity or whatever? What is the difference that you've noticed when that weight loss?
So there's been a lot of differences that I notice. People treat you differently, for sure. Like,
Facts.
when I was a little bit...
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Yeah.
Keep it real. Keep it 100. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Keep it 100. Keep it a buck.
So when I was a little chunkier, like, people approached me a lot easier. They weren't very intimidated by me. They easily could carry a conversation about different subjects other than the basic run-of-the-mill. But now it's a lot of, I intimidate people is what I first get.
You intimidate a lot of men. That's what you're saying.
I intimidate a lot of men, yes. So it's just and the perspectives of me have also changed. So before I used to get a very warm and approachable type of interaction to begin with, and now it's more cold and it's more on the back burner type. So when Beyonce says being pretty ain't easy, like, it is not.
It's real.
It takes a lot out of your mental more than anything, because it's like, wait, what? Like, what did I do to deserve that type of first base treatment? So learning how to deal with people after you've changed, because people don't change outside of you.
Yeah.
So, and realizing that and taking note that it's nothing against you. It's their mindset. It's their perspective. It's their knowledge that they carry that they decide to put onto you. And just realizing, like, them, like.
Yeah, we're gonna bleep it out. It's all good. We're gonna bleep it out.
Like, the most important love that you're gonna get is the love that you give yourself. And
self-love is important, isn't it?
yes, and not the self-love that they sell online.
Yeah.
No, we'll keep it there.
Real
I'm talking
self-love within.
Yes.
Spending time with yourself.
Yes.
Understanding yourself. Getting to know yourself.
Yes.
That's important.
That's important.
And knowing your likes and dislikes.
I really want to know, since you're a Colombiana, Italian woman, you know what I'm saying? What is the cultural differences, you know what I'm saying, with the USA here? And then after that, we're going to get to music. Definitely.
Okay, so the cultural differences is that men in my country, in the Latino community, we'll say it like that, the men in the Latino community at times have been more romantic. They've been more affectionate. They've been more attentive. They've been
Wow, really?
yes, more
So the men in the USA are not that romantic. When you say romantic, because I know some men that they give flowers. What do you mean by romantic? Can you dive in a little bit into that?
Of course, it's like thinking about the little things. Like if she's having a hard day and she's verbalized that to you, it's like just following up the conversation, being curious, maintaining your curiosity, and not in a negative way, but in an open way of receiving the information, allowing her to vent. And
like listening.
Yes, just being an active
guys,
listener.
y'all gotta listen. Please listen. Listen.
Gotta listen.
Gotta listen.
And that's what I've noticed the most. Like, I haven't dated a lot of American men per se, but they're dry.
So let's talk about it. Let's talk about dating. So what kind of guys have you dated? Have you dated like black, white, Latino, Asian? What kind of men have you dated?
I typically stay within the Latino community.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
Now, don't get me wrong. They are very toxic. Some of them can be very controlling. But I feel like that's throughout. Like, there's some American men that can be very toxic, too. I haven't dated any African Americans or Italian or Chinese or Asian. Unfortunately, I'm kind of biased. I like my Latino men. It's the easeability of being able to like code switch from English to Spanish when you're talking crap.
Yeah.
So that's a luxury I love.
Yeah.
All right, talk about music, man.
Let's talk about music. We talk about dating. We talk about the culture. We talk about Korean.
Yes.
Let's talk about music.
All right.
And ethnicity.
Diana, I need you to give me your top female hip hop artists of all time. Right now. Let's get it.
Oh man.
Hey, take your time as always.
Take your time as always.
Take your
All
time.
right. So first and foremost, the one that really played an influence on me as I was growing up in the 90s was Mary J. Blige.
She got the classic out here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Okay, Mary J. Blige. One.
That was the first one. One recently that I've really got into is SZA. So like,
Shout out
She's
SZA.
cultured. She's cultured.
I like SZA.
love her. What's another one?
Sorry.
Greenville, SZA.
Go ahead.
Oh, what's another one? Kai, but it's like Kaii. She has some hood rap music, you know, but the sexy hood rap.
We need some of that.
So
You got like how many? Two
I
more?
got 3.
You got.
Can they all be female, or can I throw
Yes.
some males in there?
Throw some males.
Alright.
No. We want females right now.
I don't know anymore. Okay,
Go on, think about it.
Rihanna's a classic.
Okay.
Rihanna's a classic. I hate to say Beyonce.
Yeah, she be rapping
She
sometimes.
be-
She also be spazzing sometimes.
But,
She on
you
a
know.
country twang
Yeah,
right
country.
Yeah, she's on the country twang, and I have to say, I got to give her a little bit of credit being from the South, you know? Like,
Yeah.
she's doing her thing, and she's finally in it, because she's
now.
from the
Say
country.
Texas.
Sing it loud. Let's go. I love it.
She's in it. So, like, those are some of the top. The last 2 are kind of classic. I mean, they're in the top media, you know?
I love it.
But the women killing the game right now.
Killing it right now. That's why I had to ask you about the women. I was like, no, women right now. Y'all coming. Now let's get into it. Give me your top
3.
hip hop Top three hip hop artists of all time. They could be male or female.
Doesn't matter.
Hip
Top
hop.
three.
Male. Okay. Or female. All right.
Or female.
So I'm gonna say J. Cole.
Okay.
Shout out Cole.
Bring the bill.
Even though they're beefing, I'm gonna also say Kendrick.
K-Dot.
I know they like this right now, but they like this.
And my classic for like my hood right nights are gonna definitely be 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. Cause I got me a few.
2 Chainz, and I got me a few.
How you feel about the beef right now with J. Cole and Kendrick?
Hey.
How do you feel about it? Give us
Meeting
your.
in the Dreamville, because we're going to Dreamville.
We'll be there.
I hope they end up
Give us
fighting.
your true perspective with like the J. Cole and the Kendrick beef right now, and the Drake, because Drake is tossed in there.
Okay.
Drake's in that one.
Yeah, he is.
He's there.
He's trying to put his 2 cents. I don't know. You know, a lot of beef is meant to draw attention. So I mean, like, it's a great marketing aspect.
Great marketing too, you say?
Making that money.
Making that money, because if you really think about it, they're bringing both audiences in, because you got some people that listen to J. Cole, they got some people that listen to Kendrick, and they got some people that listen to Drake, but they don't listen to all three. So they're really combining markets right now, if you think about it in a marketing sense. Like,
So you're looking at it as a market, from a marketing
money-making perspective. They are making that money.
She's smart.
They are gonna rack up that bag.
Yeah.
And it might,
No. Are you sure that they already got money though? So you think they're doing this for money?
there's never enough money.
Never enough.
There's never enough money. I don't know how you like to sleep at night.
There's what? Say it again.
Never enough money. Never. I like to be warm at night. I like expensive blankets.
Okay.
So
Hey, talk that talk, man.
Goodbye, world, man.
Talk that talk.
Little breezy out here. All right.
So J. Cole really dropped the response. Like, I don't know if you heard it. He dropped the response about Kendrick, and he talked about what he talked about last. He talked about like
He hasn't
he talked
dropped
about
no
like
music in,
Kendrick
like,
takes like 30
forever.
months to drop a good verse. What do you think about that?
I think good art takes time.
Okay.
So
Hold on. Are you a Kendrick fan? You a Kendrick fan? She's a Kendrick fan.
She says she's a J. Cole and
I'm a
Kendrick
Kendrick.
fan.
I'm a J. Cole fan.
I'm
I
both.
respect both talent. I really do.
I'm both. But the thing is like, as a person that has also had businesses, it took me a minute to get there. You know, I've always had the idea, but sometimes it takes time effectively putting it out there.
One of our guys said, like, overnight artists took 10 years.
10 years. Overnight success take 10 years for. I don't know. We're gonna put a clip somewhere here. We don't remember, but we're gonna put a clip. Rewind back. It takes 10 years to be an overnight success. That's on my drop right there.
Nice,
That's a dope. Shout out Brian.
Yeah, shout out Brian.
Shout out
Hey.
Brian.
But it's true. It doesn't happen overnight. It might
does not.
appear to the naked eye that
Everyone-
it happens overnight,
Yeah.
but it takes years.
Society sees like it's overnight. Oh, you blew up overnight. No, you don't. I've been putting words when you were
Takes
asleep.
10 years to see
When
overnight
you
success.
you know about me. I've been
I
grinding.
think that's what he said. 10 years to see overnight success.
And it's true. Like, it takes time. Like, just like we growing up. Like, we didn't look the way we looked 10 years ago.
I was ugly when I was younger.
We were in our...
I was hideous.
Now we're in our prime.
You know what I'm saying?
We out here doing our thing.
You're doing our thing.
Exactly. Like, we're backing out. Hey.
You know what I mean?
But it's so different. Like, 10 years ago, you wouldn't have thought that this would be what I came out to be.
Never. I gotta ask you, since we're talking about, since you're from Colombia, give me your top reggaeton. So I'll give me your top 3 reggaeton artists of all time.
Of all time? Oh, man. So they're not even together anymore, but Winston y Yandel, that was like the top of the early 2000s and 90s, like late 90s. Oh, he was great. Another reggaeton artist is going to be Bad Bunny right now.
Shout out Bad Bunny. I know Bad Bunny for sure.
Bad Bunny is definitely popping off. Like, he's been going ham.
Always.
Another one is going to be Fade, which is F-I-E-D.
Okay.
He's got some great songs.
Nice.
All right, bro. I think we got some.
I think we got that. We good. Yo, Diana, I appreciate you for rocking with us. And as always, we do this for the. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. For the 704 Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm Ugo, and that's my boy.
No?
We out of here, baby. Let's get it.
Let's get it.